Welcome back to Razmavsar TV. I already had a video, a very successful video on our channel just recently on Persian Shamshirs and hand protection, 7 hypotheses. And I'm now going to add to that video because one of our dear members who has been a big supporter of Razmavsar, Rami, he wrote me a very interesting Rami left a comment on our video, on my video, and writes, and read, excellent academic presentation. Would you please consider these hypotheses? Cost and expense may have played a part. Absolutely, Rami. Cost and expense may have played a part, and they definitely played a part. So I agree we can talk about hypothesis 8, cost always, and logistics and costs play a major role in military campaigns. And this is something which we in martial arts, be it in full contact arts, empty-handed, or also in dwelling arts or armored combat of today or even in the past, completely regret battlefield fighting cost played a major issue as it does and plays in today's armies. So cost and expense may have played a part, and preparing so many bazoo bands might have been a costly issue, and not having them, they would have definitely saved lots of costs because making, like a gambeson and then make a charaina on top of it will be much easier than to have hand protection, arm protection, and so on. And then he adds another hypothesis: full protection for hands and forearms may have interfered with the use of the bow, which was an essential weapon for most armies across centuries, so only the heaviest cavalry forces had them. This is interesting, and I'm going to show it to you and say first that Persian bazoo bands do not impede you from shooting, right? You can use them perfectly, even those with integrated plates in the mitten. You can use them to shoot. Just search on my channel and you will find many videos on how to shoot with the bazoo band. Then Rami writes, he kindly writes, keep up the good work. You are a legend. Thanks a lot, Rami. The only success on the internet we have, right, and appreciation of my work and academic work and as a martial arts instructor, they're all due to people like you. Thanks a lot, Rami. So let's go ahead and see that. So I had 7 hypotheses, and these hypotheses were: number one, Persian Iranian warriors left their hand unprotected. Number two, it was the arm was protected by steel plates of a bazoo band. Please go back to that video. I will put the link here so you can watch them. Hypothesis 3, the hand was protected by bazoo band. Hypothesis 4, there was a separate hand protection. Hypothesis number 5, the unprotected hand is difficult to hit as it is protected by the shield. Hypothesis number 6, the unprotected hand is difficult to hit. It's a typo here, as the arm is never stretched and the cuts are done with bent elbows at all times, draw cuts. Hypothesis, another typo here, always missing 7. Battlefield fighting arts differ from dwelling. Now we come to 8, based on what Rami said, costs and expenses played a role. Number 9, only heavy cavalry used full bazoo bands, as most of them were archers and did not use bazoo bands. This is a hypothesis of Rami. We are going to go through it. And number 10, weight played a role. I explained this, which definitely did. We just go and see and test if they used bazoo band. First of all, when archery, the very nature of Persian bazoo band and the way the mittens are constructed are there that you can still use them to use a bow effectively, as I have shown it on this channel. I use my lighter bazoo band, they have a mitten made of riveted one and a heavier one with integrated steel plates. Both of them I could use them to shoot. I have also bazoo bands which don't have a mitten, with that only protecting of the arm. I have shown them before. With that, definitely I can use to shoot a bow. Let us look at Persian miniatures. In this miniature, you see that he's wearing a gambeson, right? And with this gambeson, you can see that he's using a bow shooting, no arm protection. But if you move on, Please look at these heavy bazu bands, which are connected to each other by hinges. That's why they're depicted like them. And one thing I want you to take note of, it has a mitten. The back plate, which is an indication of mitten, protecting the back of the hand. Still, he has shot an arrow. You see that he's greeting the sky. We do it in Raznostan as well. You don't need always to do it. Sometimes you stretch, but anyhow, Rostam hit the other guy. He's using a heavy bazu band with the steel mitten plate. But here you see that he doesn't have any. You come here again. Rostam again, another depiction is using a bazu band. There is no mitten here, but important factor is he's using a bazu band. Same here, he's using a bazu band without a mitten, but of two plates. So you see, no bazu band, heavy bazu band with hands protection, mitten, a bazu band without hands protection, as in these two cases. You keep going. Here also a depiction of Rostam showing him shooting an arrow at his opponent. I think in this miniature it was shooting at Esfandiar. And as you can see, there is a bazu band and wrist protector and a plate and no hand protection. At least not what we can see. Okay, you cannot see the back of the hand here. Anyhow, you see here again, the arrow was shot. Here you see the warrior is using a bazu band. We keep going. Another depiction, shooting a bow and bazu band. Another one, shooting a heavy bow. Rostam is shooting a heavy bow. Again, arms are protected by bazu band. Even from Qajar period, shooting a bow with bazu bands. Here, I'm going to spend some time later to explain this, shooting at a living target. And as you can see, he doesn't have a bazu band. He does. He doesn't have a bazu band. He doesn't have a bazu band. He does. He does. He doesn't. He doesn't. You see, so some of them are using bazu band shooting. If we come, so here, these are these different types I wanted you to take into consideration. So bazu bands were used, could be used in archery. So it's not a factor that only heavy cavalry use them. And as you know, you need to be a versatile fighter in Iranian army. You need to fight with different weapons, and people who were archers had also bazu bands, at least most of them, right? Thank you very much, Rami, and all the best. And please keep subscribing to our channel, leaving comments, likes, and thank you very much, and have a nice day.